Hi everyone. It's working. I think it's working. I hope it's working. I've got to be honest with you, I didn't think that my live streaming could do any worse than the first time that I live streamed. Okay, so this is my first live streaming. It happened on Saturday. And look, I'm looking quite relaxed. That's good. Considering it's my first live stream. Awesome. The reason that I am relaxed is because I don't realise that I've actually pressed live stream at all. And it wasn't until I started seeing hundreds and hundreds of comments coming up on the right, I think I just see them now, coming up on the right hand side of the screen, that I realised I was blooming live streaming to, I think it ended up being about, well, 2,000 people have seen this now, which is just ridiculous. So here's the moment of full realisation. Oh man, this is just a test. This isn't supposed to be real. End the stream. Ah. Right, so you'd think my second stream, right? You'd think my second stream would be better. But here's the second stream, and you've got to understand, you know all that music that we just had? You got to understand that went on for about 10 minutes with this up in the background. 10 minutes, and then eventually I said this. Ah, bollocks. Got it wrong again, sorry. Hopefully I won't swear too much in this. Here we go. So after 10 minutes. Hey folks, if you can hear me, I just want you to know that my webcam has stopped working. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was,
good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was my first 2 attempts at streaming. This is the third. It's already doing better. But if you've been following Astrobiscuit, you will know that I do cock up quite a lot. And I thought, just to kick off today, I put together a montage of about 10% of Astrobiscuit cock-ups that have happened. So let me just pull that up. So here are Astrobiscuit cock-ups. Probably, yeah, as I say, about 10% of them. That'll make it a little bit more steady. I'm putting some weights underneath it. Oh man, it's broken. Oh, what a pain. Go. Oh, come on, budget mount. Oh no, here we go again. Just work. I am loving this focuser, by the way, but then...
Rory, please tell me that noise is good.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That's why I think I'm allowed, although I haven't told my wife, to spend £4,000. £4,000. Better work. It was at this moment my wife popped into the edit and heard how much the telescope cost. Telescope. Babes, I haven't spent £4,000 on a telescope. I haven't. It's the whole thing was £4,000. The mount, the telescope and the mount and the camera and the filter wheel. Look, that blows air. It's Mrs. Biscuit's actually for her camera. It blows air. It's great for cleaning dust spots. This, however, this blows lithium grease. And I wanted to clean the dust spots off my camera. Look at my camera. Yeah, I'm a massive dumbass, aren't I? I've just sprayed lithium grease over my camera. So to get the best of both worlds, I'm taking the nice mirror from the Russian scope and putting it in the American scope, which has lovely veins. But that creates a problem. The mirror from this scope won't reach focus in this scope. I'm going to have to chop this one down. I'm going to have to chop this much off it.
Are you sure you want to chop that one down? What if something goes wrong?
Don't worry, I've got a plan B. It's going to be all right, isn't it?
Oh crap! Oh dear! Oh sacrilege! Actually, it was an antique telescope, wasn't it?
Oh dear. Yeah.
But there we are. What can we say?
Looks like I've really stuffed up.
You're too impatient. You didn't give yourself. Astronomy is a very slow subject. You didn't give yourself time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So, despite all the cock-ups, and that, believe it or not, is just a few of them. Despite all of those horrendous errors, we are now at 100,000 subs. Yeah, 100,000 subs. Yay! Come on, mods, let's hear a yay. 100,000 subs.
Woo. Yay! Woo.
That was not good. You've got another go though, and we have the biggest astrophotography Discord server in the universe.
Woo.
Yay!
Oh, better. And
It's exploding.
and we have what I'm very excited about is more than 300 members of the Big Amateur Telescope, and we are going to join together and kick Hubble's ass. So wow. So I'm amazingly happy and grateful to be here, and the honest truth is there's no way that I could have done this alone. I have had help all the way, and this little live stream really is to say thank you to people who have helped and answer questions. And we're going to have Rikenstein very shortly. We're going to have Pink Bunny, and yeah, we'll take your questions. So first off is the person who was with me from the very beginning. It is Rikenstein, of course, and I'm just going to try and find an introductory video for him, and then we'll then I'll get him on screen, and yeah, and then we can this is actually one of my favorite little really silly scenes that we've ever shot, and I'm not sure that many people have seen it. It's from Colliding Galaxy Mega Zoom. We decided that we were going to fly into some galaxies, the Whirlpool Galaxy, the Colliding Galaxies, in a sort of fake spaceship. Anyway, you'll kind of see. Anyway, here's Rick. Shit, it's real.
LTC. LTC is go. Rocket booster. Tank and booster go.
Rikenstein is go.
Astronauts report it feels good.
How long have we got?
15.
15. Before we can begin the mega zoom, the small matter of escaping the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, this is it. Engines are thrusting, just gotta release the brakes. I love this back window that you've manufactured here.
Yeah, that's one of my finest windows.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping through the marvel of technology we are going to see Rikenstein. Although I've got a feeling we might possibly have another cock-up. Let's see. Rick. Yes, Rick. Rick has turned grey. Come on, Rick. Come on.
I'm afraid he won't be
Rick
able
won't be
to...
able to turn his camera
Yeah.
on, I'm afraid.
We're too many
What?
people in the VC.
Oh, no. Okay.
Well, I look great. If you can hear me, I look great.
Enjoying.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, welcome,
Hey.
Rick, and I want to say sorry to everyone who I had to disconnect.
Well,
Sorry about that.
You enjoy. Well, anyway, thank you for leaving those who left. Rikenstein, we have you on board. And yeah, I owe you a beer, don't I?
You owe me a few beers because the last time you owed me a beer, it was just your round, and you tried to get out of it that way, which is not owing me a beer. But I think you must owe me 8 beers now.
Because I said I'd buy you a beer when we hit 100, and I definitely bought you a beer for that one.
That was your round. That's different. You only got the first beer and said, "I know this is your beer," and I said, "No, you're gonna have to get me another one, and that first one will then be included as the beer." So you haven't even got me one yet.
That was a long time ago. I think your memory has faded. When we hit 1,000,
You didn't get me a beer either.
I admit I didn't get you a beer for 10,000. And
No.
yeah, and I definitely.
And it
So
was
I
double
owe you
each
2
one.
beers. No, it wasn't.
No, you owe me 1, then it'd be 3, then
It wasn't
yeah, you
double.
owe
I
me quite a
promise
few.
you.
Let's just call it a crate.
All right, so we've got 100,000. Did you ever think this was going to happen?
No.
Well, I tell you why I didn't. I didn't think I'd be able to keep doing it. Do you know what I mean? And like, I thought I'd have
We
to
didn't
go.
put one out for a whole year. There was a year where people kept saying, "Where are you?" And you had to go to work.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And let's be fair, the first one that we didn't do very well, did it?
no, I've got a bit of it. I don't know if it was the first one because we did it in 3 parts. Now you released it at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I thought we've got to get the algorithm going. So I thought I'll watch it. Then I opened up 19 more pages in the tabs, so I had 20 going. You watched it in the morning. You came to work and watched it with someone else, and you burst through the door and you went, 22 people have been watching it. And I was thinking, no, they haven't. It's us. We were the only people watching the video. And I think even then, it took us a month to get to 100.
Yeah, and it took like a year before it got to 1,000, didn't it? And now those blooming live streams that I did, they got to 1,000 almost straight away. God, I apologise for burping. That must have sounded really bad with this lapel mic. Anyway, should we? We should open the floor up and see if there are any questions. Unless there's something you wanna. I suppose I should just formally say. I just should say thank you, Rick. I really couldn't have carried on without you, especially at the beginning. Because it took so long to get done, didn't it? We tried promos, we tried everything.
Yeah.
So I really, not just the music and the mixing, which of course are awesome. Yeah, shall I embarrass you with one of the first tunes or not? This is when we first started. Rick had a few ideas. Yeah, I know, but it was similar to this. A nice, gentle astrophotography YouTube video. And now
look into Rory's eyes.
And now we've got this. So it has kind of changed quite a bit, hasn't it? It's good. I mean, I love this one, and I love a lot of the tunes we've been doing. Anyway, shall we open it out to the floor? Have we got any questions, Moz? Have we got any questions for me and Rick?
There's a lot of congratulations coming
right.
your way for the 100,000 subs, and they're all asking for Bunny when Bunny is coming. There's a lot of love.
Bunny is coming.
You as well, Rikenstein. They love your tunes, and it's actually quite a lot that they're saying this in the chat, but no specific questions as such. Someone was asking like what next video would come.
Oh, right, yeah, next video. Well, I'll talk about that for a moment. So I've got to go and work for a little bit, but it's going to be something along the lines of taking Big Bertha, which is this scope here, to Devon with the camera that I've now ordered from Flow, First Light Optics, which got paid for by really nice people who watched my last video and donated to the fund. So I'm going to take Big Bertha, the new camera, we're going to do some lucky imaging on a target that I haven't decided, and Big Bertha, me, and other members of the BAT, the Big Amateur Telescope, are going to take on Hubble, I think, hopefully. So it's the next stage. It's the next progression.
Let me know. I'd like to come along for that.
Yeah, well, yeah. That would be fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Just so I can drive in with you in your... Is it your Vauxhall Vectra? We can hit the drum and bass hard. No,
Vauxhall Vectra crashed actually during there was icy on one of my videos, and I crashed into into a Land Rover of this lady who has a lot of horses, and she was really annoyed with me. But there's just one of those lanes in Devon where I don't know, she felt like it was her lane, and I was looking for anyway, and it was slow motion. We were going at about 5 miles an hour, and I just wrote it off. Yeah, that was a bad day. Mrs. Biscuit was not happy.
We've got like hundreds of questions coming in on Discord. Well, I say hundreds. It's a massive exaggeration. There's about
20.
Okay,
But I
well,
don't
throw
know
us a
whether you want to
question.
field a couple of those.
Yeah, throw
Yeah,
any questions you like.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people want to know where you studied.
I did physics with astrophysics at Manchester University. I'd like to say I was studious, but I wasn't. I don't know, beers and stuff, really. Because it was back in the day when you didn't have to pay, isn't it? So people went to university for a laugh. So I wasn't the most studious of nerds, really, to be honest. There we go. Yes.
What made you get into astronomy, and what was your first telescope? As popular questions.
So the first telescope was the one I got you to buy, Rick. It was a little Mac 90, right?
Hang on.
Yeah. Have you got it?
Yeah.
Rick, by the way, never uses this.
In the bottom drawer.
Yeah, turn it round.
There you
Turn
go.
it round. So that's it. A little Mac 90 on the Virtuoso mount. Nice little thing, and basically you look through that at Jupiter, and that's it. Boom, game over. And then I bought a security camera. I used my missus used to be a cinematographer, believe it or not, before we had kids, and she had these gels, and with this security camera and these gels, I took a picture of Jupiter. Boom, that was it. I was just hooked. Yeah, it was bad.
Also, my first telescope. We had that conversation before.
We did, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, and from your standard nerd, how do you feel about BAT so far? The photos it's producing. What are you happy with? What are you looking forward to? That kind of thing.
Yeah, Rick, I'm just going to leave you for a mo and just go. I want to try and show you. So the BAT has just been. Can I turn that off? Sorry.
No, keep going.
There, turn off. We're not starting in a few minutes, are we? All right. So this is a shot taken, like the first shot taken by the BAT is taken by like 12 of members. That's all. And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. We have now got 300 members, right? So this is just first gear, but obviously it takes a while to shoot it and everything. I am so excited. We're not even lucky imaging on this, but there's so much to talk about actually, because of the 12, like a handful, like 3 or 4 had 6 or 8 inch. There's a guy, one of the sharpest actually was a 6-inch Skywatcher Esprit, 150 millimeter Skywatcher Esprit. That was one of the sharpest, and then some 8-inch GSO Newtonians were also super sharp. We had some big scopes in there as well, which helped out, but they weren't any sharper. And this for me is absolutely remarkable, because it means that with our small scopes, we can basically we're hitting the limit of the atmosphere, and then we can do things like lucky imaging to go past it. And it kind of, it's a theme, you know, with Astrobiscuit trying to do budget, and it turns out through cocking up loads of times, I've kind of got around to thinking maybe you only need an 8-inch scope to get amazing shots, especially if you've got lots of them, so you can, and it turns out it's true. So I'm super excited about that. I think it's going to be brilliant, the BAT, and we're really just getting started. Yeah, and so many people have joined, and so many good people have joined as well recently. It's amazing. Yeah. All right, sorry I went off on one on that, but you know, I can't help it.
I can't join with my telescope, I take it.
Your telescope, yeah, well, you need to be able to use it first, mate.
I can get the dust off.
Yeah.
Simon Jennings has asked a very valid question.
Yeah.
He has asked, could you restart the video because he had his COVID test up his nose?
Right, yes, let us go back and do that. A good idea. All right, let's go back to the beginning, everyone. As you were.
Amir Abbas Rajabi, hopefully I got that pronunciation correct, wants to know what's your favourite deep space object?
Oh God, I don't know. It's the one that we haven't found yet. I like looking at stuff that people haven't really been going for. And to be honest, I've got a new bunch of kit here, and last year was just terrible. in the UK for looking at stuff. So whenever there was a clear night, I was doing Astrobiscuit videos like the Blue Lake on the Moon, or I was doing the nerd versus robot stuff. So I never really got to shoot the kind of things that I wanted to go for. But I'm a sucker for the horse's head, I have to say. It's just so iconic. I'm a bit of a sucker for that. I quite like to take Hubble on that one, to be honest. Yeah.
It's the mafiosi in you.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Is Rick in a position to play a quick chorus from Happy Birthday for Alex Ward?
I'm not, unfortunately, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alex. Are we gonna?
I did see a question for me. It's really geeky.
Yeah,
because whenever I listen to you lot, I hear words like Edmund Scientific, collimation, Newtonian, which I don't know what you're talking about. And someone said to me, "What's my favourite synth?" So it's the Dave Smith OB6. So there we go. I can get one back on you geeks. Oh, what the hell does that mean? Yeah.
Sorry, I just knocked my microphone out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me again? Okay, cool. Someone asked whether Terry had forgiven me for the chopping up of the tube. And I took a lot. Terry,
that's my favourite ever Astrobiscuit moment.
Yeah, Terry.
That bollocking you received was just your face. It was incredible. Sorry, I had to interrupt because it's my favourite ever moment on the channel.
Yeah, it was not my favourite moment. It is probably my least favourite moment, but there have been quite a few awful moments. So I was. He didn't say anything to me after I released the video, so I was really worried. In fact, no one did from Camden Mirrors Makers Association, right? And they're a good bunch, but none of them said anything. So I was like, eventually, because I bought a spherical mirror and it was absolutely pants, and I wanted to get it ground down to be a parabolic. I eventually got phoned up Terry, and I was, "Hi mate, how did you like the video?" And he said, "Yes, it looked good, but I couldn't hear it." I was like, "Oh, why not?" He goes, "Because my PC doesn't have any speakers, so he's never actually seen it." But I think he's forgiven me. In short, I'm hoping to get him back. He's a brilliant character. He knows a lot. He's just been in the game for a while, and he's one of the people who really made me realise that maybe you could get away with an 8-inch and get as good as something that's like much bigger in terms of sharpness. Anyway, yeah. What should we do, folks? Should we carry? What do you think, Mods? Should we carry on? Does anyone have any more questions for Rick before we move into the next
I've got
stage?
tons of questions here. They've been asking about the creative process. What is your creative process? Somebody asked for rates for composing, so there might be like more.
Well, you can message Rick.
Come to the Discord server to get in contact with Rikenstein. And what do you do apart from Astrobiscuit stuff? And what are your musical inspirations?
Rick.
Questions.
What's your rate? Go with that one.
At high. I'm going in at high.
But you can always.
But actually, I'm a sound engineer because that's kind of how me and Rory met. So sound engineering is kind of my main bread and butter. TV, radio, that sort of thing. And I think me and Rory worked on a wonderful show about polar bears. That's when I first met him.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
What's my inspiration? It seems like other people's music at the moment.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
There's a lot of work on SoundCloud. It's really nice. So if you want to hear more music on SoundCloud, you can find a lot.
Yeah, I've put some of the Astrobiscuit because some people were saying I can't afford the album, and I was like, look, there's some stuff over there. Go and listen to it. And really, it was just stuff I've been messing around with for years. That I just put on SoundCloud.
I think that we started down that whole. Like, I was quite keen to do the classical music with you, adding, like percussion and bass and drum and bass, singing it up or whatever. It's not all drum and bass, is it? But that kind of vibe. It was with the 2001: A Space Odyssey, wasn't it? I really wanted that I can't sing
for the opener.
Yeah, so you did a really good job on that, and it works super well. So we had like a run of doing them, And funnily enough, now I love those tracks, but now I'm really liking some of your original tracks. That you're starting to get a few more original ones in there, which I think are awesome as well.
Yeah, it's just getting the time, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the classical stuff, the process is how ridiculous can I make this sound? You know, because it goes with the channel, which is wacky and silly. So it's just making them a bit silly.
Yeah. And as far as the creative process for me goes, to be honest, we've got to have a story for this. So if I do a big Astrobiscuit video, it needs to have a really good end. So I try and set my sights on something big, like Hubble, and see if we can match it. And I think the higher the mountain you try and climb, even if you don't quite get to the top, like you'll get nearly there, and it just makes for a better video in the end. So it's I try and tell her. Go on.
So I was just saying, which is really good for me when you tell me what you're doing. Like when you did that massive one that wasn't maybe our best video, the theory.
Oh yeah. Now it's called, because it didn't do very well on YouTube. It's called The Answer to Life, the Universe, and Everything.
That's it. And then I thought I'd do a load of synthwave just because it went quite well with the topic of sort of Matrix and all of that.
No, that was cool. That was a 3-month-long epic that I just had to do as part of my astrophysics days. I was really curious about the universe. So I spent 3 months here trying to answer the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And I was like, Rick, this is going to be big because I think we've got it. I think we've got the answer. It's going to go mad. And the video just tanked completely.
But the sound took me ages. I mean, all of the little computer noises, everything. I was like, oh, this has got to be big. So I think after the first 2 days, it would completely tanked.
Yeah.
And you were pretty gutted about it.
I was really gutted. And I was gutted when Professor Tuft, just before releasing it, said he wanted to pull out. So basically, I'd send him... I had an hour-long chat with him, right? He's a Nobel Prize-winning professor, right? Really super clever. And he hardly ever does interviews. And the thing is, his theory of the new theory of everything, I think, as I understood it, he hadn't completely decided that space wasn't real, like the distance between my fingers, X, Y, and Z on the graph. Sorry for going off on one. But I then thought maybe that wasn't real, and the problems that we were having was because dimensions aren't necessarily, they're more in our head than reality. I'm sorry for going off on one. But anyway, so I then focused on another guy. So when he got this transcript, it was like this long. He was in it for 1 minute, and he didn't like my typos, and he just said, I don't want to be in it. So that was bad. And then the video tanked. But some good things have come out about it, because a load of people have helped Astrobiscuit out, like Matt, who set up this Discord server. Matt, are you there, mate? I did hear you.
I am, mate, yeah.
Would you say it was that video that kind of made you think I'm going to help the biscuit out a bit?
No, it's before that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Right.
Yeah, I just sort of, I looked into. I've always been interested in space, and looked at a couple of your sort of early videos and thought, this looks pretty interesting. And then watched on, and from that, just obviously through that idle comment in your comment section of, do you have a Discord? I thought, I'll sort of collar some ideas off people.
Yeah, and I said, what's Discord?
Yeah, pretty much.
And so I mean, I was going to thank you later, actually, Matt. But being as we're here now, just a massive thank you for setting up the Discord server. As I mentioned, it's the biggest astrophotography Discord server there is. And I think this autumn it's just going to get bigger, because I foresee having 5, 10, maybe 20 people streaming live from their scopes. It'll be like a really big virtual star party. So those of you who are in Discord, please sign up for live streaming, because I think this autumn is going to be awesome. We'll be able to drop in on people from all over the world, shooting different bits of space in different places. So, but I've met various other people. Loads of people actually are really helping make everything work and helping me out with the bat, and all the mods are helping, just giving so much time and patience with the noobs and all the rest of it on the Discord server. And you're a really good bunch, mods here, and also other mods on the Facebook group that we've got. And yeah, people just in this hobby, people are willing to help out. It's really amazing. And now that Astrobiscuit is getting bigger, finally getting bigger, we're able to reach more people, and there's more people coming in to help. So it's kind of like a snowballing thing. And I personally think the bat's going to be really big, the Big Amateur Telescope as well, and that's got people helping. And I've been chatting to people in America who've been working on setting up a website for it and other things. Till at 2 in the morning, I'm like, dude, go to bed. And then I have to tell them I don't like this, and then anyway, that feels bad. But yeah, it's great. It's amazing. Anyway, I've gone off on one. What are we going to talk about next?
Just before you move on to the next bit, I just want to say it's come up a few times. Apparently the sky's clear behind you. Apparently this is important.
Yes, the sky is clear. Big Bertha is sitting here, and it's actually, I haven't dusted off the cobwebs of Big Bertha properly, and my mount isn't out there. And the best I'm going to do probably tonight is polar align. I need to set it, so I'm not getting out there, but hopefully you guys will. We should finish early, actually, shouldn't we? Yeah, we should get on so you all can go. Although it is being recorded on YouTube, so you can always bugger off and then watch it at leisure. Any more questions? Yeah, sorry.
No, they're just worrying that you might miss your astrophotography night because the sky is clear and they
I know.
don't do the stream too long.
I can't, you've seen how rubbish I am at setting up this stream. I'm gonna, when this is over, I'll probably lie down for a minute, then have my dinner, because I couldn't have my dinner because I was sorting out the audio. Actually, I got Rick because it wasn't working. Wouldn't it have been awful if this had cocked up another time? So, so I've got to have my dinner and stuff next.
One of the questions that's been asked a bit was, what would your tip be to somebody wishing to begin astrophotography? What would be your?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Astrophotography is tough. And if you watch the videos and you see how frustrated I get, remember that there's only about 10% of all the crap that I've gone through to get the photo that you see in the videos. Patience. It's weird. I think it's a stupid hobby. I know that sounds awful. It's just ridiculously stupid and hard. But when you get it, the first time I saw spiral, with that scope that Rick's got, I saw spiral arms. Absolutely trashy shot, rubbish. But was it Bodes? Just saw the spiral arms and I was just like in heaven. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was amazing that from London, with a security camera and a little scope, I can look at something that's like 30 million light years away. I really couldn't believe it. I was so happy. And it is better. And but then you want more and more. So I would never be happy with that now. I don't know. It's a stupid hobby. What can I say? It's
hard.
Yeah. One of the nicest things is when my dad actually said, why have you got into this? It's such a lonely hobby. I love actually the fact that I'm making friends doing this hobby now, with things like the Discord server. It's just super cool. Even though I can't, and if you go to star parties, obviously it's great, but also I'm getting to know people now who are similarly geeky. Yeah. Just having a look. Any more, or shall we move on to the next phase? What time is it?
I think there'll be loads of questions later as well. So
yeah, let's move on to the next phase. So, Rick, thank you, sir. Come on, here we go. So next up is the next person who helps me out in an Astrobiscuit video. This is the first time he ever gets seen. So we're taking NASA on, and I made the tactical decision to shoot from my roof with this. That's Big Bunny, my lucky mascot light thing. Now, last time we were on the roof, we shot deep space for 100
So, yeah, Pink Bunny.
It was a big success. Truth is, I waffle on for ages, so I'm just going to pause it. But I'm sure you'd... there's the Orion Nebula, which is the first the first target we shot from the roof in London. This is the second video. Terrible video, actually. Well, in terms of results, Saturn for 75 quid. And Bunny, you'll notice, is surprisingly quiet. And I don't know if anyone knows, if a superfan knows what Bunny's first words are. They're coming up in a minute. If anyone can remember, then please have a guess. I do waffle on for ages.
Give it 10 seconds and YouTube will explode.
All hail, yeah, because YouTube is delayed, isn't it?
What's 10, 15 seconds? And
anyone on Discord got an idea?
No one on Discord's had a stab at this yet.
Yeah. What are Bunny's first words?
Oh dear, it comes the first suggestion. Oh
yeah,
dear.
Carrots. Carrots was the first suggestion on Discord.
And oh dear, a lot of people are saying oh dear.
Okay, it's coming up.
It's rubbish.
It's coming up. Okay.
It's rubbish.
It's rubbish. Well, actually, that was pretty close to truth. So I'm going to turn on the sound. Let us hear Bunny's first words, which really set the tone, I think, for my relationship with the pink one.
Jupiter's still in the sky.
Coming up in a moment.
That cloud there. It isn't much use to us. I think Jupiter will be out of range.
Oh no, I'm still rabbiting on.
And stuff. But Saturn is good, and it's the ring planet. It's going to be fantastic. I hope. Should be. Or I'll look a plonker.
Rory, you are a plonker.
Alright, I'm taking it first now.
I'd forgotten that.
Yeah, Rory, you are a plonker. So hopefully, mission control, hopefully we've got Pink Bunny in the house. Can someone just let me know if Pink Bunny is in the house?
Pink Bunny is in the house. There is one problem, though.
Oh,
I can't turn my video on.
Because we've got more than 25 people in the channel. Mods, please can you shove 25 people out? Please can you put a limit on the number of people allowed to enter the channel?
That was my bad. I admit full culpability for that one.
Yeah.
Stop being so nice.
8 people need to leave. 8 people.
You've got to be...
7 people.
7 people need to leave.
7 people need to leave Discord.
If you don't leave, we can't have Bunny.
And we will just evict you.
And I will leave.
Bunny does get pissed off quite quickly. So I don't know how long we've got.
Actually, for all YouTubers there, just come to Discord. There you'll be able to chat with Bunny more often.
Bunny, can you turn your camera on now?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Hey, Bunny. Hey, Bunny, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all good, Rory. What's Astrowing?
Well, we have now got 100,000 subscribers. Can you believe it?
Yes, thanks to me. Brilliant.
Oh, Bunny.
Yeah, I don't think it was just you, Bunny. But I just wonder, how are you coping with the fame?
I'm okay, to be honest. My father, he was in the business. I don't know if you've seen the Holy Grail. He played the Killer White Rabbit. And then there was his brother, who was Roger Rabbit. He was famous. And we used to have Jessica around the house. Do you remember Jessica?
Jessica Rabbit, yeah, of course.
Yeah, massive. I mean, she had massive hands, Rory. Massive hands. She was great.
Good. And you left me, didn't you? During the I think Boris, there was a brief window of lockdown, and then you went and bubbled with Rikenstein, didn't you? Why did you leave?
Yeah. Well, we're writing a new album together, which is called 100 Carat Gold Remixes. So we're working on that at the moment, and that's going to be the new album, hopefully this year.
Now, you sent me a few pictures. Let me see if I can get some of them. There you are, playing chess with Rikenstein. And
I'm not sure I want to talk about that too much.
There again, playing chess again. Why not? What happened?
Well, we'll talk about it later.
I take it you didn't win, did you, Bunny? But you haven't been able to be in the last 2 videos. You've been at Rikenstein's. When do you think you're coming back?
Well, are you going to write me into the next one?
Yeah, man. If you're here, you'll be in it for sure. I mean, Anyway, look, we've got lots of people, I'm sure. I will. We've got lots of people on Discord server and this thing called YouTube, right? And I'm sure they've got questions. So should we just open the floor? We'll chat. But if mods, are there any questions for me or the pink one?
Well, on YouTube they're asking already, where's the bunny hideout?
Well, it was normally above on Rory's roof, but he kept finding me there, so I had to go to Rikenstein's instead.
It was kind of weird, actually. We moved in and without really knowing that there was a bunny already living there, and he just kind of ended up staying on the roof and annoying me.
And he's noisy. You are noisy. I'm trying to get some peace and quiet, and you just can't stop looking up.
I've just seen one from YouTube. How old is Bunny?
How old do you think I am?
I don't think you look a day over 56.
I can't put a bleep in here, but I would normally.
Any more questions, mods, or shall I just read them out from YouTube?
What breed are you, Bunny?
Pink bunny, all the way, the best.
So what do you do when you blush?
I go red, obviously.
Okay.
Good.
Good. Does it make your eyes sting not being able to blink? Is asking Astro La Vista from YouTube.
No, I'm pretty cool with it, to be honest. Look, hello.
Oh yeah, I see the blinking.
So someone just asked a question. Why does Bunny sound like Rikenstein? I know.
He doesn't.
He doesn't at all, does he? I don't know why they're saying that. I mean, is Rikenstein there? Should we get him on? Should we prove?
He's in the toilet, so he's just coming now. I can hear the flush.
All right. Why don't you get Rikenstein and we'll get both of you on screen together, and just because I've heard that before, let's just prove once and for all that. Do you mind going and getting him, Bunny?
Okay.
Let's just prove once and for all that you're not. I mean, it's just ridiculous to me that obviously you're not the voice of Rikenstein. While he's gone, actually, there's a video clip that I always love to play, which is, for once, I get my own back on Bunny, which is when we were trying to replicate the Schrödinger cat experiment, and I didn't have a cat. I don't know, hopefully you know the Schrödinger cat experiment. Let's see if I can get this working. Come on, you can do this.
If you want to try this at home, you'll need a radioactive source that every so often emits a single alpha particle, a detector which will trigger some poisonous gas which will kill a cat.
That's great, but where are you going to get a cat from?
I thought you could be the cat, Penny.
Whoa, Rory. No thank you, but a fantastic offer.
Okay, well,
bye, Rory.
I guess I'll take the box and the carrot away.
Oh, did you just say carrot?
Yeah, the carrot's in the box.
Well, let me just, I'll just have a little poke in and just, that is a nice carrot to say the least. Hey.
So that was when I got my own back on Bunny. Also, did you notice the amazing lockdown hair and stuff? Which, anyway, Bunny, did you get Rikenstein? Is he back?
He did.
All right, let's... Rick, mate, sorry to get you back. Just to explain, there's people have been saying that you're the voice of Bunny. Could you...
That's rubbish.
Okay.
I suppose, to answer that, Bunny, over to you.
So let me get this straight. You're saying that some people think that Rikenstein is doing my voice. I don't think so. Hopefully the matter is now closed.
Yeah.
Seems fair enough.
Seems fair enough.
I'm surprised actually Bunny's been talking to me, because I wanted to bring this up earlier, because we've been playing chess, and you won the first one, I won the second one, and then who won the next one?
You, Rikenstein.
Bunny, I think we get a... Rick, thanks, mate, but I think Bunny's taken a turn and is going above PG. maybe that's a problem. I don't know. Is there any more questions from people? It is getting on a bit. We're coming up to an hour going now, so it might be nearly time to wrap things up. Do people have more questions for Bunny? Maybe more questions for me?
For Bunny, there were actually quite a lot asking whether Bunny has a girlfriend.
All right, Bunny, can I get you back? Yeah, Bunny, are you Bunny? Oh,
hello.
So,
I think the easiest way is I have girlfriends, many girlfriends.
Yeah, that is the way of a bunny, I guess. That's how you bunnies roll. Awesome.
I had way more fun before Rory turned up in the house.
Of course you did.
Somebody's suggesting to name a deep sky object to Pink Bunny, something like a Pink Bunny Nebula or something.
No. Well, okay.
I'd like that. That would be very good.
That's a bad
Come on,
idea.
Rory. The next video.
Yeah.
Well, the special pink one.
I don't know. Alrighty. So, do we want to carry on? It is clear. And maybe I should wrap things up a little bit. Any last questions? Yeah. Any last questions before we sign out on the first ever?
It has been asked. How deep is Bunny's hole?
Right, brilliant. It's pretty deep and wide.
Is that deep enough for you?
Yes. So, on that note,
that made it go silent.
Yeah.
Actually, we do have a question from Discord. Non-bunny related. I am sorry, Bunny. It's from Jen. She wants to know what happened with the lights on your video when you were scared. Did you work out what they were?
The lights on my video. Oh, the UFOs. Yeah. So, two things buzzing around, and I was like genuinely freaked out. 3 a.m. in this field by myself, next to a graveyard. I was freaked out because they were sort of, I can hear myself, they were kind of doing that in the opposite field. And there were loads of planes flying over like that, and these things were going like that. And it wasn't until the very end when they turned away where I sort of saw something that was a flash. And then when I look back at the video, I think they were helicopters, and I actually think they were this is what I think, right? So you can believe what you wish. I was by Stansted Airport, and they have drones that fly over, and when drones fly over, they send out Apache helicopters because the drones stop the planes from landing, right? And it costs millions, right? So I actually think someone had seen my Red Devil, which is just here. I shouldn't have done that. Everything's falling over. I think they saw this pointing up in the flight path because planes were flying right overhead of Stansted Airport. And I think they sort of, I don't know, I know this sounds crazy, might have thought it was some kind of cannon or something like that. And I think that's why they were hovering just across the field and doing that. And I couldn't see the flash because they were facing me, right? So that the flashy things on the tail, that's what I think it was. But I did get freaked out.
The truth is out there, right?
The truth, obviously it's good for clickbait, isn't it, having the UFOs? But I put it in because I was scared. I was actually scared. Because every so often when you're by yourself doing this astro wing in the middle of nowhere, you do suddenly, like in Dartmoor, where it's absolutely, completely pitch black and you can't see a blooming thing, you do have that, oh my God, someone's going to stab me in the neck, thought. And then you just can't get it out of your head. So, yeah. And then something goes wrong with your kit, and then you forget about it and just try and sort out your astroing. Yeah. Alrighty. I think that's probably going to be it for the first ever live stream. I guess the next one will be more like just answering astro questions and stuff. Bunny, thank you very much. Thank you for helping me do this.
And you promise I'm going to do the next one, yeah?
I'm going to get you in the next one. Yes.
Good.
Yes, you have to come back first. You have to leave Rikenstein. You're annoyed with him anyway, aren't you, for beating you? Not that I should say that out loud. But... All right.
Let's not go there.
Bye, Bunny. All right.
Goodbye. Later.
Bye. So, yeah, before I head off, there's just some more people that I want to thank. Whoa. So obviously I want to thank everyone for subscribing, and we've really taken off. In fact, it was like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, that the first video took off, and we've had a few hits and misses since, but we've had 1 million people watch Blue Lake on the Moon now, which is awesome. I'd like to thank people who have bought me a coffee, and I hope there's a link below on YouTube for you to buy me another coffee. That would be great. I'd like to thank people who have bought Rikenstein's album, and there's a link below to buy Rikenstein's album. I'd like to thank the companies I'm affiliated with, First Light Optics in the UK, who are awesome, OPT and High Point Scientific in America, fantastic. And I'd like to thank the people who have clicked on my affiliate links and bought telescopes. Thank you so much. It really makes a massive difference. And if you buy something sizable, then just give me message me, and I can thank you personally for doing that. I'd like to thank everyone who helped me buy the camera that I'm going to use with Big Bertha in the bat. That was astonishing. I'd like to thank my patrons who have been with me, some of you for like a year now. I'd like to particularly thank Felix and Fabio and Don. If you are a patron, you have access to the biscuit tin in the Discord server. Also, if you're at a certain level, you get to see some of my deleted scenes. I wonder if I should have some music going on while I do this. I can't figure that out. Next time. But really, if you're a patron, you're helping to keep me making videos and helping to keep me sort of run the bat and do the projects. I think... Daddy? Oh, we've got a little bit of a gate crasher there. And and also really massive thanks to the people, the bat mods and the mods on Discord, people who are working so hard to make the community grow and get better. And the mods I've known for like 9 months properly now. Really fun bunch of guys. We could do with some more girls actually on the server, I'd say. And the bat mods who are just starting to make it work and are starting to do all sorts of clever things. I mean, this is an amazing hobby, I think. It's an amazing hobby because everyone's so blooming nice. I mean, you're all pretty much to a T really nice, and a fair percentage of you want to help make the community get better and want to help noobs and want to help me with the bat. And it's just really mind-blowing for me that this has happened. And I just feel like it's just beginning to start. Like the bat is in first gear. I reckon we've got about 6 gears to go. The Discord server, as I said, I think is going to go really big this autumn. I'm looking forward to getting my corporate job out of the way and then paying my, well, it's just going to be fine, of course, doing the corporate job, but I want to get back to making another Astrobiscuit video as soon. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for everyone helping me out on this journey. And once again, big shout out to Matt. Thanks for setting up the Discord server. Yeah, is anyone else? Anyone else?
Rory, and really, I'd just like to thank everybody that's contributed to the community, really.
Yeah, it's awesome.
From mods to nerds, they're all great. So
yeah, it's been a real pleasure. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna, my dream is to have some kind of like weekly chat here. Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, tomorrow night we're doing another stream for the bat, the Big Amateur Telescope, which I think I'm gonna not stream on my Astrobiscuit YouTube. I think I'm going to stream it on an as yet unset up YouTube channel, which I probably should set up now before someone takes the name. It'll be just the meeting. You'll see if you join that. It'll be quite boring if you're not a nerd, but you'll see the level of commitment we've got from fellow nerds from all over the world. to help make the Bat project work. And that's just the Bat. There's also like the Bat is part of the Discord server, which itself I need to focus, and I need to do more streams with everyone on the Discord server as well. And I want to start doing that, like weekly stuff. And yeah, awesome. It's been amazing, really humbling actually. So thank you all very much. You can speak now, the occasional mod. Any mod want to say anything? Let's hear from the mods, actually.
From YouTube, actually, there's coming a lot of thanks as well for all the videos that you've done. Also just mentioning all those astrophotography and gear-related questions. That we cannot have them answered here, but join the Discord and you'll have them answered there. To everyone who's posting right now questions about that, just post them in the Discord. Here, it's just too complex to answer correctly.
Yeah, we need to do a special one for just answering people's questions, and maybe it should be like a weekly thing. I want to get the mods on the server to say hi. So that was Consti. Consti, say hi.
Hey everyone. Hey,
Dazza, well, yeah, Dazza, say hi. This is Astro Nerd.
Evening all, welcome aboard.
Ben, who is imaging exoplanets, I believe, with the Keck Observatory as part of his Masters at Exeter University. Hey, Ben.
That's just right. Hey, everyone.
Who else have we got here? Ewan from Scotland. Say hello.
Hello.
So we've got people. Yeah, you've got join the club, mate. So we've got people all ages helping out. Geeks, Dan has been here from the beginning. Yeah. And who else have we got? Who are the mods? I think that's it for the mods. And
Most of us that are here anyway. I mean, we've got there are a few other mods.
Yeah. Super cool bunch. All right, thanks everybody, and I'm gonna love you and leave you now. And more questions next time. All right, bye. Should I try and do a
bye?
Try and do
everyone.
Try and do a slightly. Try and do a slightly.
Thanks for everything, Bori.
All right, cheers, fellas. Let's get Rick off the screen. Yeah, I will just. If anyone say goodbye.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for helping us set it all up.
Thanks, Rikenstein.
It's all good fun.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Bunny.
Later.
See you later in the chat coming. And everyone on YouTube is also saying bye. It's like a big thing.
Bye, everyone.
Hugging each other.
Bye the album. Bye.